my channel. I need to apologise because this video should have gone up 2 days ago, but last week I had a lot going on and I didn't have time to film, edit and get it uploaded for you. The lighting is probably going to go in and out because the sun outside is going in and out, so please bear with me on that. This is going to be a what I spend in a week with a baby and a dog video. I do know that many of you have been looking forward to this video. If you are new to the channel, my name is Chelsea Nichols. I am 30 years old. My partner James is 31 years old. It's only a year between us. We have been together for nearly 8 years. And we have got a baby girl called Freya, who is 3 months old, but turning 4 months old in just 5 days' time. We tried for about three and a half years to conceive and then went through IVF. We also have a 3-year-old rescue dog called Poppy, who is laying on the bed next to me. She is a Whippet Cross Saluki. We live in Oxfordshire in the UK in a 1-bedroom ground floor flat, which is through like housing association. James works full-time in the construction industry and I work full-time, but I'm currently on maternity leave. I am not allowed to share what my job is and that has come from my employer. Quick disclaimer, this is just my spending. This isn't financial advice. Every family is different. There are 2 things I need to say before we get started. The first thing is you might watch this video and think this is unrealistic. How is she spending so much money? She has basically spent all of her wages in like a week of being paid. That is actually realistic for me. In fact, last month, the day after I got paid, I had like 64p left in my account. It is very, very normal for me to spend all of my wages either the day I get paid, the day after I get paid, or within the first week. And it's not just because of my debt. If you don't know, I was in £17,000 debt. I am now down to £2,700. I will be debt-free by the end of this year, which is a long time coming. I've been in debt since May 2019, so that was like 6 years ago. Long time coming. I pay £900 every month as debt repayments, and that literally leaves me with £1,000 left of my wages. But obviously I have household bills, I have my own monthly bills to pay, so I end up having like, I don't know, £150 left, and that just goes very, very easily. So if you watch this and think this is not realistic because of how much she's spending, it actually is realistic for me. My regular monthly bills usually come to £1,766. However, this month I paid less. I only paid £1,306. And that is because we're going on holiday for a week. Our dog Poppy is coming with us, so we don't need the dog walkers. So that is saving me a week of paying them. I paid less of my debt repayment this month. As I said, I usually pay £900 a month, but because my car MOT is due, we're going on holiday, Freya needed jumpers ready for the autumn, the cold weather, I only paid £500. And then because I'm on maternity leave, I'm not driving my car as much. And when we go on holiday for a week, James is going to take his car because it's more reliable. My car is a £500 Ford Focus that is 100% going to fail the MOT this month. So definitely wanted to take a more reliable car. So it means I needed less fuel this month. The second thing I wanted to say is that I was going to do 5 categories, but I'm actually only going to do 4. One of the categories was going to be household and groceries, but I'm not going to do that now. And the reason why is because in terms of the household bills, like rent, council tax, gas, electric, water, James does the rent and the food, the 2 biggest bills, and that is because he earns more than me. We did used to 50-50 everything, but as soon as my debt got to a point where it was like impossible, and then we moved here, we agreed he would do the rent and the food and I would do all of the others like council tax, TV license, utility bills. So as soon as I'm back to work in April next year, we are going to go back to splitting everything 50-50 apart from the food. James has always been happy to do the food shop. I will tell you that our rent is £669.70 a month, which weekly is £154.60. Our food shops are £125 a week. What I am going to do though is all of the monthly regular bills that I pay, I'm going to go through those at the end of the video. Right. now let's actually get started. So just before we go into the categories and I go through what I spent this week, you're going to want to know how much money I actually had to start with. So I got paid £1,900.13 from my full-time job. I am on maternity leave, but I get 6 months full pay. Then I go down to statutory maternity pay. I'm currently still on the full-time pay. I also got £104.20, which was from child benefit. There are 4 categories. The first category is personal, so that's going to be everything that I bought for myself in a week. The second category is Freya, so that is our baby girl. It's going to be everything that I bought for her in a week. The third category is Poppy, so that's our dog. It's going to be everything that I bought for her in a week. And then the last category is any one-off costs that I got in a week. Let's start with personal. So this is everything that I got for myself in a week. I paid £50 for my car MOT. I then took out £120 in cash for the holiday. We're actually only going Monday to Friday, and on the Monday we can't check in till 4 o'clock, so we're not going to be doing much that day. And then on the Friday we are very much the kind of people that just want to get up and leave and come home. So it's only the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday that we actually will be doing like things that we need to spend money on. I then spent £17.17 on something called TubeBuddy. It's a Chrome extension and it's to do with my YouTube channel. So it's very, very boring for you. I bought 2 swimming costumes from Boohoo for the holiday and I spent £22.09. I then bought a pack of t-shirts from Matalan and that came to £23.99. And then I bought a pack of 5 t-shirts from Next, £27.45. I bought 2 new pairs of my favourite flare leggings. I've now got a neutral beigey colour and also a brown colour. Very autumnal. That came to £63.09. I then bought 2 pairs of trousers from Halara, which came to £56.90. I bought a pair of wellies from Asda. They were on sale, £7.50. I then bought new tongue bars, which were £4.99, new septum bar, that was £6.99, and then new belly bars, which was £7.48. And then the last thing I got were labels. So I have a mini label printer, which I print labels to put onto Freya's drawers, like they're on the edge. I run out of the labels, so I ordered more, and they came in a pack of 6 rolls. They were £6.99. Now let's move on to Freya. So, this is the biggest category, not gonna lie. For Freya, I bought a pack of 5 vests, just plain white short sleeve vests, which she either wears at home when she's lounging around, or she might wear underneath clothes when we are out, especially when it gets colder. She's going to need that as like her base layer. They were £12.95. The next things, I will tell you how much they were in total, but me and James actually split them. I got a pack of 2 sleep sacks, which were £15. I bought a sensory play tub from Inspire My Play, £48.46. I went to Tesco and bought Freya jumpers. That came to £68.50. I bought bag refills for the Tommy Tippy Twist and Click nappy bin that we've got. I bought a pack from Boots, which was £17.28. Then I realised that Amazon have got like cheaper ones, but they're still compatible with the Tommy Tippy bin, and they were £16.99. I then bought a bulk of like 7 packs of the Milton wipes, and then I also bought a new Child's Farm moisturiser because she had run out of her other one, but this is a bigger bottle. They were £27.25. I then bought nappy sack refills for the backpack, and that was £17.09. I then bought 2 Tommy Tippy cups. One was for age 6 months plus and one was for age 12 months plus. Didn't even need either of them. One of the cups was £5.52 and the other one was £5.98. And then I went to Asda and got some things for like craft activities with Freya. I got balloons, string, bubble wrap, masking tape, post-it notes, various sponges for the water play, so she can have like different textures in there. And then I also got glue dots. That came to £15. In total, it was £271.05, but me and James split that. So for that stuff that I just said, from like sleep sacks all the way down to craft, I spent £135.52. And then the last couple of bits that I got for Freya, I bought her an inflatable bathtub from Amazon for £14.99. Where we're going on holiday, it's in a caravan, so it won't have a bath, it will just have a shower. So I'm going to put the inflatable bathtub in the shower, and then if I need to put her bath seat in it, I will as well. James was like, oh, we'll just bath her in a sink. I was like, you go bath in a sink. I'd get it if she was a newborn, but she's nearly 4 months old. I'm not putting her in a sink, that's ridiculous. And then I got more craft stuff from Amazon and also Hobbycraft. I got 11 paint pads. So you know, like baby safe ink pads that you can get? There are baby safe paint pads. I have already used one of them to make a card for James's sister, Freya's auntie, because she took her out for the day today. That is why you cannot see her. Well, you can't always see her in my videos anyway, but she is not here. She's gone to spend the day with her auntie. We made her a card with one of the paint pads. I feel like I should show you. No one cares. I got 25 resealable bags. I got 10 Crayola washable paints. I got 3 kids paintbrushes. I got 6 glitter tubes, and I got 100 googly eyes ready for Halloween activities. And then I got a pack of 25 multicoloured pom-poms. I spent £62.34 on that craft stuff. Now moving on to Poppy. So I only bought her 2 things, which was 2 doggy microfiber towels, and that came to £33.98. And then the last category is one-off costs, and there's only a few things on here. The day that I went to Tesco to get Freya jumpers, on the way back I went to McDonald's drive-thru and I got a large fries and a large Coke. That was £4.41. I got my car washed because I thought it was going to be me driving to the holiday. That was £10. And then the last thing was I booked tickets for the pumpkin patch. We always go pick your own pumpkins at Millet's Farm. I've done a pumpkin picking vlog at Millet's Farm every year. Don't worry, there is going to be one coming this year. I already paid for that last month. This is the pumpkin patch at Rectory Farm in Oxford. That was £17. That is all of the 4 categories done. In total, I spent £656.86p. I spent over £650 on me, Freya, the dog, and any like one-off costs. And then individually, so the personal category for myself, I spent £414.64p. On Freya, I spent £176.83p. On Poppy, I spent £33.98. And then one-off costs came to £31.41. In regards to what I have left in my bank account, I have got £43.40 left. That's actually better than any other month. So that's actually really, really good for me. Not even gonna lie. I'm gonna talk to you about my regular monthly bills, household and personal, but these are my regular monthly bills. I tell you how much they are a month and then how much they are a week, because what I did is I divided the monthly cost by 4.33 to get the weekly amount. Council tax is £157 a month, which weekly is £36.25. Gas and electric is £112 a month, which weekly is £23.86. Water is £39 a month, which weekly is £9. TV licence is £15 a month, which weekly is £3.46. Netflix is £14 a month, which weekly is £3.23. Amazon Prime is £9 a month, which weekly is £2.07. My loan is £900 a month, and weekly that is £207.85, but I've only got a few months to go. My car tax is £17 a month, which weekly is £3.92. My car insurance is £60 a month, which weekly is £13.85. My phone is £78 a month, but weekly that's £18 1p. Butternut box, which is what we use for our dog Poppy's food. She is on butternut box. That is £88 a month, which weekly is £20.32. We pay our dog walkers £120 a month, but that's my half, £120 a month. Weekly, that's £27.71. I have got an app called Inspired Minds, and that is how I get activity ideas for our baby Freya. I only just signed up to it this month, and that is £7 a month, £6.99, but I've rounded up to £7. Weekly, that is £1.61. I have an Omaze subscription, which is like where you can win a house or money. I pay £30 a month, and that weekly is £6.92. I pay for Thematic, which is where I get music from, copyright music for the videos. That is £7 a month, which weekly is £1.61. And then my diesel, my fuel for my car, is £120 a month, which weekly is £27.71. They come to £1,773 a month, which weekly is £409.40. There are a few subscriptions that I haven't signed up to, but I am considering signing up to them. One is KiwiCo, which is a toy subscription service. That is £60 for every 2 months. So weekly, that would be £13.85. I want to take Poppy to a secure field where she can actually be let off lead so that she can run around, do zoomies galore, and I want to try and take other dogs with us so that she can actually like socialise with other dogs off lead and go absolutely crazy. I want to take her to a secure field just 1 day a week, and that for me would be £20 a month, which is £4.61 weekly. And then the last subscription that I wanted to do was actually not going to be until December, but it's an app called Solid Starts, and it's just to help with weaning and baby-led weaning. That is £15 a month, which weekly would be £3.46. I wish I was in a better position financially to then be able to give you advice and tips, but I feel like because I'm very, very bad when it comes to spending money and that I'm in debt, I'm not the best person to get advice from financially. I will say that I think a couple of things that have worked for us is bulk buying. You can get boxes of nappies, boxes of wipes, and they will end up lasting us at least a month, maybe more. I am going to get a Costco membership, but I haven't got one yet, only because it's like a 50-minute drive away, and that's just long. I also think getting secondhand clothes from Vinted has been good as well. We got all of her coats from Vinted. She's got a waterproof one for the autumn, and then she's got 2 for the winter. One is waterproof and one is more like padded, kind of like a puffer jacket padded. I have got leggings from there, which she literally just wears when she's lounging about at home. And I've also bought matching sets from there as well. I have found Vinted to be absolutely amazing. I actually got her baby carrier from there as well and saved like 15 quid compared to how much it would have been brand new. And it had only been used once. Definitely recommend Vinted. For us, I would say subscription boxes like Poppy's dog food subscription, and then I haven't done a toy subscription service, so I can't comment on that yet. I think the activity app is going to be very good. Also, Amazon do subscribe and save, but I don't do that either. I think if you need any advice, tips, you want to know anything about like budgeting, you should watch Home with Shan, because she has got plenty of videos, and she does quite regularly videos either on Instagram or YouTube about how much she has spent and what she's saving for. I would say watch Home with Shan. That is the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.